All right, look like Pistons officially yesterday. I got the alert on my phone from the Pistons. You sign up for their push notifications and stuff, man. That they officially named, hopefully I'm saying his name right, Trajan Langdon as their new president of basketball operations. Also, it came after the good word that Troy Weaver was fired. Okay, so I don't know if this means that Monty is still going to be the head coach. We had rumors yesterday that last week that from ESPN that Langdon was the new guy in Detroit, and that he would have full autonomy, that he can get rid of whoever you want to get rid of. So they got rid of Troy, and now I think the question is, will Monty be staying? If I was a bet man, I think Monty gonna stay. They're having something over there. I don't know what that is, but yeah, if I was a bet man, I believe Monty is gonna stay. I don't know, it's just a feeling. But I think that's the next domino to fall. If to see Monty Williams is going to stay or going to go. My thing is, right before or when they announced that Trajan Langdon was the new president of basketball operations, it was also synonymous that Troy Weaver was gone. Now, are the positions similar? Absolutely. The position for president of basketball operations was open. But really, it was Troy Weaver. He was the GM. He just didn't have the title. He was pulling the strings along with getting micromanaged by Tom Gores, Stefanowski, and Aaron Tellerman. But in reality, that really is what he did. So they basically couldn't have two guys in charge. So, they couldn't have two guys running the show. So one guy had to go. I didn't see them working together. Two different basketball philosophies. And even if they thought the same, how was Troy Weaver going to feel taking a back seat to a head coach, to a GM, when he used to have all the say-so, and these were his kids that he brought in, and now, used to can make decisions, and now you got to ask somebody else to make these decisions and micromanage you again. So, and for Troy, at least he got fired and he was able to keep the bag. So, yeah. At least he didn't do anything to jeopardize his money. So, had he would have touched that fan or got into a fight with that fan in the stands, then it would have jeopardized his bag. So, but I just think I know they said they introduced him on LinkedIn as well too, or his LinkedIn profile or whatever. I know he has a Twitter, or AKA X. I don't think that's ever gonna stick, but I don't think he says anything bad about it, but he updated his Twitter profile the other day saying that he was the president of basketball operations for Detroit. They said he respected around the league for his ability, the scout, and all that type of stuff. So we'll see it say the same thing about Troy Weaver. So, the next thing is Monty going. We already know he's in position to hire his second in command. Now, in New Orleans, David Griffin, or whatever his name is, who used to be in Cleveland with LeBron and them, he was first in command in New Orleans, and then Trajan Langdon being the GM, he was second in command. Now he's going to New Orleans to hire an assistant GM, and then talk to hire a guy named Michael Blackstone, okay, out from New Orleans to be the second in command. So basically, if they hire Blackstone from New Orleans, he will be the GM more likely, or basically whatever second in command is. These titles fluctuate from what I read. So he will be second in command. He basically would probably be the GM, and then Trajan Langdon had a first voice. So they're already making moves as far as the front office, and Tom Gores said he was committed to putting resources and putting together the best front office possible. All right, the question is, in this Free Press article I read about Trajan Langdon getting hired, what about the coaching staff? That's what I want to know. What about the coaching staff? Is Monty going to be here or not be here? That's what a lot of people want to know. So, with the draft coming up, I don't think you want to really expedite this process. In my opinion, I just don't see them getting rid of Monty Williams in that contract right now. I see them going through it next year and seeing if Monty can do something different, and then going from there. That's just what I think they're going to do. Now, does it make it factual? Does it make it true? No. Nope. So, in my opinion, they got to move fast. Because you want a coach's perspective on the draft. This will be the second year that you don't get a coach's perspective on the draft if you change coaches, or full perspective. Because last year they was already in the draft process of picking somebody before Monty came in. So this year, if they get rid of Monty, then it'll be the same thing. It's only a few weeks before the draft, like it or not. So they can be moving them picks, and you got trades on the draft. Then right after the draft, you got free agency. So there's a lot on the floor. There's a lot on the floor. So, but that's the next domino that we want to see that fall, is if Monty Williams is going to be the guy to be gone next. And obviously his coaching staff will be going with him, and he needs to be gone. The passion didn't seem to be there. People didn't like him. Looking at what they did basketball-wise, it didn't look good. It's just like, hey, go out there and do what you want to do. He was by far worse than Dwayne Casey. We didn't think that was possible. But as KG said when he won a championship finally in Boston, anything is possible. So, and I heard a rumor that the Lakers are nowhere near close to hiring a head coach, and it's a rumor that the Lakers really like Monty Williams and want him to come coach over there. So, if Monty can take $60 million away from this situation and then go to LA and get paid, he hit a lick. He ready to retire after that. He ready to retire. Now, if he said he's more willing to take a buyout, that's a different ball game. Then they probably for sure get it done, but they probably gonna try to see if he can do something different next year, and they probably gonna try to run it back with the same core again and just get a feel for it. But we done seen enough of this. You just prolonging the inevitable. But if they really want people to start thinking things is changing with the Pistons and caring and spending their money other than go down there and get free tickets and cheap tickets and drink liquor and just enjoy the atmosphere and just to have something to do because they're in Detroit, they really want people to get behind them. They fired Monty Williams and they gonna start making some roster changes. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. And that's just the honest opinion, bro. But right now, everybody up on the upswing outside of them. The only programs around Michigan sports that people really watch out, the major ones that's on the kind of downswing, is Michigan football. And I read somewhere Harbaugh said I seen on YouTube that Harbaugh said he wanted to stay. Okay, whatever. And the Pistons. Michigan State football is on the up and up. The Tigers are on the up and up. They can't hit for shit, but they got the pitching down pat. They on the up and up. The Wings on the up and up. And the Lions on the up and up. So at the end of the day, it's not going to happen when you get all these teams rising at the same time. It's just not going to happen. That is what it is. So, can we just take what we can get? Yeah, but the Pistons, for a while, the city of Detroit was different when they was winning. It's nothing like when the Lions win. It's nothing like when none of them win. When the Wings was winning, it's different. When the Tigers was winning, it was different. When the Pistons, Michigan State football, basketball, and Michigan basketball is on the upswing too with that new guy doing. Michigan State basketball is what it is at this point with Izzo. He deserved to go out on his own merit, so I don't have much to say there. I respect Tom Izzo. But when you start, just to throw that in there real quick, even when the Pistons start winning, it's a different feeling. A lot of times it's different seasons, and that may be the different feeling of it, But when the Pistons win, it's none of them are alike when they win. The city has different excitement, different jubilee. It's different because when the Tigers is doing their run, it's in the fall. When the Pistons are making their run, it's about championship. It's about the summer. When the Lions making they run, it's in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? So when you start talking about the seasons have something to do with it, but when the Pistons win, the summer is electric, bro. It's different. I remember when they won the championship in 04, you know, people was reading projectors, was having block parties and showing the game in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing like when they win, bro. You know, it's hard to explain to somebody that wasn't around. And the city of Detroit is better and it's more lucrative when these teams win, especially when the Pistons win. It's a great jump start to summer. And I think Tom Gores is committed to putting a winner there, but I just think it's, you know, he needs a better advisor. You know, but we'll see what Trajan Langdon can do. I'm 100% behind him. He don't have no other choice. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.